Hello, Michael. Here is your sewer scope from today's inspection. That's us in the basement. That's the somewhat nasty and gross clean out right there. A little bit of buildup going on there. Little trouble making the first turn. Not an easy transition. There's not much of a what you would call a sweep in the line. It's more of just a kind of a dead drop into the pipe. So being able to make that turn was a little challenging. Little sewer scope trick is to basically, in a moment I'm going to turn some water on, kind of lubricate the pipe a little bit. But the trick is there's the water. Basically wind the coil of the cable into almost like a pretzel shape, and then let it go. And that action is going to move the camera head around and get it going in the right direction, get it past this little deal, which we just did right there. And now we're moving along through cast iron. I'll eventually turn the water off or turn it down a little bit. Typical cast iron, it's got some corrosion, but really not too bad at all. You've got a little bit of buildup at the bottom of the pipe. Obviously, that's where the water is. Nothing too terrible, not a lot of buildup. Sometimes in multifamily dwellings, here we go, we're switching into clay right there. Sometimes in multifamily dwellings, you'll get a lot more buildup, especially if they put bacon grease or fats down the drain. Clay pipe like this, one of the big benefits is that it's smooth on the inside. It doesn't readily grab stuff, whatever's going down the drain. The downside usually is they're 4-foot sections generally, and these connection points that we're passing by sometimes will allow roots to grow in. You don't have that. There's some cobwebs here and there, a fair amount. There's some right there. They're generally thin white strands, but no roots. So either they've cleaned the pipe very well recently, which I don't think so, because we talked about how difficult that clean out cap was to get off, and that I may or may not have cut it off and just put a replacement cap on. So my guess is that nobody's gotten into this pipe in a really long time. So positive all the way through. The connection points or offsets that you might get were manageable, nothing too difficult. Sometimes the offsets are bad enough where I can't get my camera over it, past it. That didn't happen here. And here we are coming up right on the city connection right here. A fairly straight shot. That's the city line right there. Not a lot of twists and turns. Basically just straight out to the city. All in all, this is a great pipe. Please look over my recommendations in the written report, and of course, as always, please reach out to me with any questions or if I can be of service.